Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Battlestar Galactica. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 12 of season 2 of Battlestar Galactica. I couldn't wait. I changed out of my sweaty shirt and decided I need to watch this episode because when there's a part 1 and a part 2 and a to be continued, it's too juicy not to, but the fact that there was already a to be continued, I have to launch into this one. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this opening commentary. I'm just going to kind of reiterate what I think maybe might happen or what needs to happen, which is I really think the best case scenario to limit the amount of bloodshed that's going on between these two factions of this fleet, between the Pegasus and the Galactica, is for the XO of the Pegasus to, I guess, effectively stage a coup and overthrow the Admiral. I think there's more support for him than there is for her. The fact that she's very ruthless and she's kind of cold-blooded and, she's willing to just sacrifice lives to get her way, and it's upsetting. Now, there's two groups that are planning on, that the Commander and the Admiral are planning on doing away with each other. I'm really surprised that Admiral Adama is outright just asking Starbuck to execute Admiral Kane. That is, I don't think you can ask somebody to do that for you. And I don't think Starbuck necessarily would. I think that she's got a pretty good head on her shoulders that she would try to find a different way. And then the XO of Pegasus, I also think that he's kind of I don't want to say sick of her shit, but I feel like he does not like how she operates. I don't think he likes being on the business end of all of those deals where he has to execute innocent people because there's people who don't want to leave their ships and their families, because she has selected said individual and said, you're coming with me, and no, you cannot bring your family. Who does she think she is? She's out of control. I think putting her in a brig for a really long time, letting her rot, collect some cobwebs, I think that that's the best case scenario instead of just all-out war. Now, we also have the resurrection ship, which is supposed to be the main focus, which it seems to be a side story because what's going on between Pegasus and Galactica is definitely front and center for me. But I will say that the resurrection ship, phenomenal. And what it would mean to take out the resurrection ship for all the humans, that Cylons wouldn't be so ready to attack if they have to worry about the fact that they're going to lose numbers, that they can't just repopulate in their ship. That's a problem. That's a problem. Great for us, bad for them. So I definitely think taking out that ship is a great idea. But it does make me a little bit sad that if we do, some of the characters that we know and love won't come back. And I don't know if that ship is just a bunch of 6s or if there's different models that are on there. If there's a whole slew of boomers and all the other models we don't know of yet. That would be interesting to see more models, a zoom in before they blow it up and, there's a different chick or even an old guy, maybe an old lady, because they seem to still be in the same age range where they're kind of youngish. Maybe Doral, not so much. Well, Leobin's a little bit older too, but they didn't seem like they have an old lady model and a teenage girl model. Granted, because they'd have to grow up, but they seem to be right in that age where they're not young and they're not old. It's the sweet spot for a Cylon, I think, to survive. I don't know. I would like to see more models, but if we don't, it's fine. There's enough shit going on. Gaius and Six on Pegasus. I don't blame her for not wanting to remember these things and for her life to want to be over, but that's not how it works unless she helps destroy the resurrection ship. That's the only way that she could possibly get rid of those memories. But Boomer's still going to have hers. And she's traumatized as well. That whole thing is just, what a mess. It's just another reason why I don't like the Admiral, for allowing that to happen on her ship. And her kicking and spitting Six. She's already down. She's not moving. Leave her alone. There's no point even doing that other than, you enjoy it. You're sick. Of course, the president, Miss Laura Roslin, she impressed me in the last episode of just like, she's like, you know what, we're just going to cut to the chase. She needs to die. I was like, holy crap. Considering she's at the end of her life and she has 0 fucks to give. Yeah, I dig it. And I love the relationship between her and Commander Adama. And I love to see like just the emotion that he's willing to show in front of her. It's just fantastic. And top-notch acting. We've got such good acting in the last episode. But I'm really excited to get into that episode. This is probably one of my shortest opening commentaries that I've ever done. With that being said, let's shorten it even more. Let's get into it. And thank you to Ray for my replica of the Galactica. She is beautiful. Thank you so much. That looks relaxing. Is he on vacation? You okay, Lee? Uh-oh. Is he dreaming? Whoa! Whoa! What the frack? Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I could use some backup. I'll understand if you can't.
I don't know. She normally finds a way out of it.
People have to have this, Kara. Trust. We don't have this, then we really are no different than the Cylons.
Yep. Aww. I like that little moment between them.
Absolutely. Oh, looky here.
What's happening?
You? You call me sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. I don't think I quite heard that right.
So why don't you open the door, come in, and we'll talk about it in here.
We'll talk. I love Chief.
Oh,
that's not fair.
Slow it down, slow it down. Just think about what you're doing here. Just think about what we're doing
Better
here,
not be
guys.
executing them.
Hey!
I really dig Chief, though. He's like, yeah, come on in here. I'll show you what's up. I'll take it. Uh-oh, are they gonna do something with soap?
You'd be surprised what you can do with the simplest things.
Oh, I don't like this at all.
A bar of soap, plain old towel. How bad could it be, right?
Cowards?
Uh-huh.
Is that what you said?
Yep.
Oh, you know what? I lied. I'm not going slow anymore.
The overacting from that guy is disgusting. Ooh, XO.
Let me ask you something. Those men in there, are they wearing colonial uniforms?
Yes, sir. They killed Lieutenant...
Shut your fucking mouth!
Now get the hell out of here.
Sir. Sir.
I like him.
He was trying to rape a prisoner.
You can't a machine, Lieutenant.
Sure you can. Gosh, they just don't see him as human at all. They have a different relationship than we do with them.
You drank thrice? Only to excess, sir. Learned that from Colonel Ty, did you?
Ow.
I've had to watch a lot of kids be put into body bags. Sometimes terrible things have to be done.
That's permission right there, Kara.
If we let our conscience get in the way, you know what happens? There are more kids in those body bags. More kids floating out that airlock.
Don't talk her into it. Good grief.
So you and the president, this is...
Yes. She's made of sterner stuff than people give her credit for. Is this all I have to sign? Lieutenant.
Oh, not Captain. Ouch.
It's good to see you.
It makes me sad.
Be sure your Marines and our Marines are aware of their areas of responsibility in case we're boarded by the Cylons. The last thing we need is the Colonials shooting at each other.
I'm into that.
Yep.
Wait outside.
Yes, sir.
What do you got up your sleeve, Commander?
I've asked you here to find out why the Cylons hate us so much.
That's a good question.
You said that humanity was a flawed creation.
It is.
And that people still kill one another. You said that humanity never asked itself why it deserved to survive. Maybe you don't.
True.
Target's FTL is history. She's all yours.
Roger that, Apollo. Red Wing initiated attack run out.
Sir, I just received an emergency transponder from the Blackbird. It's the auto distress beacon.
Did they just lose the Blackbird?
Watch your intervals.
Space shit! What are you gonna do? Don't do it. Oh my gosh. What do they do with Lee? He's just out in the middle of nowhere. God, that'd be so scary. What? Oh my god, seriously? It's a great front row seat. Wow.
Do you know what I miss most? Sports.
Don't do this.
Yeah, that's right. I could sit down right at the horn and then let the emotion of the crowd flood over me like electric current.
That's beautiful.
And I always had 2 tickets. One for me and one for you.
God, he is such a phenomenal actor. Wow. Is somebody gonna swoop in and save him? I'm just gonna let Lee die out in the middle of nowhere. Not a Cylon Raider.
Clear!
Okay, good.
It's all right. A little shaken, but I say again.
It's over, sir.
Okay. Here's where the big thing might happen. Ah! Commercial break. Damn it.
Send my soul to God. Please.
You know how to do it. Like, you give her the stuff you give Chief.
I wish you were here, Lee. But what the hell?
Oh, because if they would have gotten him, then he would have been back at the ship and would have to back her up on that. Okay, now I'm kind of getting why he said sorry.
Glad we didn't need your Marines today.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
Signal from the flagship, sir.
Not so fast.
Is Starbuck with you?
Yes, she is.
Oh my god, they know how to create tension on this show.
Is this Starbuck?
I've been thinking about what we talked about before.
It's gonna tell her no.
It's not enough to survive. One has to be worthy of surviving. That's all.
I think that's very wise, sir. Thank you.
I'm glad she didn't have to do that.
Commander, I wonder if my XO is standing close by.
Yes, he is.
I wonder if she had a change of heart. I don't think she's the type.
Congratulations, Jack.
Thank you, sir.
That's all.
Last night, I was walking down this corridor here when I saw this...
Every iteration of 6 is just wonderful. Scary, crazy, violent, wonderful.
I know a place where you can stay, where I can look after you.
Where?
Why would you do that?
Because I love you.
Great acting. Oh my god. Is she gonna kill her?
Tell me, Admiral, can you roll over?
Frack you.
You're not my type.
Okay. Didn't call that one either, but at least it wasn't Starbuck.
It might be hard to admit, but I think that we were safer with her than we are without.
It's debatable.
Lee, you okay?
No. He's traumatized.
Are you okay? Let's just be glad that we both came back alive, all right?
That's just it, Kara. I didn't want to make it back alive.
Yay!
I didn't think I'd ever see you again.
Same here.
Poor Chief.
Thank the gods that you did not have to do what I advised. That makes me very happy.
Yes, thank the gods.
But you, however, do not have that luxury because you have a new job.
Uh-huh.
Someone who commands more than one ship is called an admiral. Congratulations, Admiral Adama.
Thank you, Madam President.
Just goes to show you, Bill. Never give up hope.
Never.
Same goes for you, Laura.
Oh. Okay. Bear killing it with the soundtrack, man. Admiral Adama. Okay, I really didn't it's funny because like some of the things I said needed to happen happened with different characters. I really didn't. The one thing I didn't expect was to actually have us lose Admiral Kane. I thought for sure the XO was going to stop her, but it very much looked like he was going to go through with whatever she wanted to have happen, if called upon. And even Kara. I'm happy that didn't happen. I don't know if she could have lived with that. And it seems like she really respected Admiral Kane. Where I don't. I understand in those times it's probably what it's called for, but that's just not me. And I'm never gonna be the one that just says like, yeah, like kill innocent people because you're sending a message. That's just never gonna be me. But in times of war, I mean, then that's why I would be horrible serving in the military because I don't like being yelled at. I don't take orders. I'm a free thinker and I'm a rebel. Like I 100%, like if you tell me to walk north, I'm going to walk south just because I'm not going to do what you're telling me to do. I'm going to do what I feel is right. So that's why I shan't be joining the military. But also, you know, with with Kara, I think too, the relationship that she had with her mother was violent and abusive. And I think having the Admiral tell her, like, I'm very proud of you, that goes a long way with Starbuck. Like, to have a female figure be proud of her. And I don't really like that she kind of like looked up to her, like saying that like she didn't flinch, she didn't second guess. I feel like in scenarios of killing innocent people, you do need to second guess. Being cold and calculated and not second guessing and not letting that affect you and just making the decision and living with the consequences. I don't think that is a role model. I think somebody who is like more like Admiral Adama now, I feel like somebody like him where like he evaluates things and he takes his time to think about it. And even if there is a gut check decision he has to make, like they're far and few in between because he's already thought about these things. So I disagree. It's the one time that I'm like, no, Starbuck, you're kind of wrong. In my mind, at least. Now, the resurrection ship is done. That's over with. I absolutely loved the moments that we had with Gaius and Six. I'm not quite sure if him retelling the story to Pegasus 6, if that was like trying to erase or turn off the memory, or him associating the memory with an actual like being in front of him, like to fall in love with this one instead of the one he knew. I feel like Six and Gaius is such a nuanced relationship, and there's so much depth to it that I don't really understand it completely. And yeah, maybe it'd be easier if things were spelled out for me, but the fact that they're not, and that I have to actually think about it and ruminate about it for a while, I actually kind of love that, because if it were so simple and it was so easy to figure out, would it be that special? And the answer is no. And the fact that it has gone from this gross relationship of like trading favors, and like she was just sex to him, even though she was in love with him, and now the Six in his head, like he's finally admitting that he like loves her after having like this contentious relationship, and then like being able to like look a Six in the eye and say, I love you. I think that that's amazing. What a character build for Gaius, but also Six. And every iteration that we get of her Trisha is just like so good. She's so good. Now, the fact that he's just like, I don't want you to die. I want you to get justice. I think, yes. I'm not a big fan of eye for an eye, but in certain scenarios, yes. And I mean, not that I want to be like the Admiral had it coming, but like, if you don't treat people or even Cylons with at least a modicum of respect and dignity, and you just see them as a dog that you can kick, which if you can kick a dog, I also don't like you. If you don't see dogs as worthy as showing humanity and civility and being kind to, frack you. Although I guess she's not her type. What a great scene. Great scene. And the actress that plays Admiral Kane, like, fantastic job. Fantastic job. Like, the acting on this show, it's like really bothers me that sci-fi isn't seen as like good entertainment because it's not a drama piece, or it's not on the right channel. It didn't air on the right network. Give me a break. The acting in this is phenomenal. And I'm not just talking Saturn Awards, I'm talking Emmys. Like, it should have been up there, because it's like James Callis. Ooh, my God. Gaius is like one of those, he's up there with, Edward James Olmos. Like, just like the acting quality that you get out of these men, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And, the women, they're just fantastic. God. We're so lucky. You guys are so lucky to be able to like watch this live and have that influence like 20 years ago, your television experience, and have you expect more. I wasn't watching TV when this came out. Like, I didn't have cable. I didn't have a TV. Sometimes I was moving every 6 months. So there was a time in my life where TV just didn't happen. So it's just like I feel like had I watched this, it would have influenced and I would have expected more and better. And I think that finally happened later on, and like, like maybe when The Walking Dead started, and I mean that quality trailed off at some point, but like television got better. Breaking Bad, for example, Better Call Saul, those shows are just like phenomenal. They're up there with the quality of writing and the quality of acting. And Bear, all the soundtrack in here was just beautiful. And he's not a one-note composer. He definitely plays different genres and different types of music. Sometimes it sounds like it's a little bit of like a battle march where it's just the snare drum. And then sometimes it's very ethereal, and sometimes there's a mix. Like, it's fantastic. That's definitely a main character in the show. But now we have Admiral Adama. He is in command of the fleet. Apparently we still have Pegasus. I would like if one of those ships could jump back and go back to Caprica. But now that you can't resurrect any of the Cylons. Now, I don't know if that was the only resurrection ship or if there are more. But definitely they're going to think twice about attacking our fleet. And, now that they know that there's, like, Galactica needs to have a sticker that says baby on board on the back, just so the Cylons are like, oh, that one. Don't shoot at that one. But, now we got Hilo and Sharon, and they're expecting parents. And now we have a physical 6, but I don't know where Gaius is going to keep her. I don't know what he meant, like, I have a way to take care of you. I don't know what he means by that. Like, he can't take her to Galactica. He can't store her on Galactica. He'd have to take her somewhere else. And I don't know where that is. Especially a place where she'd be safe. Cloud 9? I don't know. And I feel bad. I was mean about Laird. I was like, he's a Cylon. And I was like, oh, I don't think he's a Cylon. But his story is sad. The introduction of the new characters by the mixing of the fleets, that's great. As long as they're not taking over the positions of the people I like and care about. Like Chief and Lee. Like, Lee is CAG, Chief is Chief, everybody else, respective positions, and just work together. Just go back to your ship, go back to Pegasus. That's where you were home. That's where you did things. You can resume your duties over there. If you need help, like if the captain of Pegasus wants to come over and enjoy the still with Ty, that's fine. No Ellen through all of this. She just lets him go drink. I figured not that she lets him, like, he doesn't need permission, and like I don't know if she's controlling enough to say like, no, you can't go do that, but like I figured she'd be like right there, like popping shots with him, like where are you going? You're going to the bar? Take me, like that's what I kind of figured Ellen might be doing in that moment. But it seems like she was just painting her nails the entire time all this was going down, so I guess. Now, where this moves forward, I don't know if there's a party going back to Caprica, if we're still headed to Earth, if there's more Cylons to worry about, again, unpredictable show. So wherever we're headed, it looks like Duala and Lee might be having a thing. At least she was hanging out trying to hear what was going on with that conversation. It looks like the president is kind of on her last leg, and that's upsetting. I was really hoping we'd find a cure or a way to help her to prolong her life. I just don't know if in the middle of season 2 is when we lose Mary McDonnell. Like, that's upsetting. But she can't possibly keep being this sick without something happening. May the gods smile upon her and heal her body. I don't know. It's like the one time I might pray. I might try it. Like, I don't know. You think this will keep her around? Let's say some prayers. Why don't we? But I figured her death would come when they got to Earth, because then it would be like mission complete. But if that's not the case, I'm going to be crying a lot in the next couple episodes because I love her dearly. All these characters, even with their flaws, even Exo Ty, except Ellen. But like even him, like they're very flawed and they are imperfect and they are irritating sometimes and wonderful in the next. Of course, Chief is the most perfect out of all of them, but there's a lot of good that we have going on. The good outweighs the bad, except for Ellen. Hey, Angela, how do you feel about Ellen? Swell. Just swell. But guys, if you want to watch full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon and up to 2 episodes early. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Did you expect Six was going to kill the captain, or the admiral rather? I was like, oh, Starbuck shouldn't do that. But I was like, Six could fully go on a rampage through Pegasus. Just totally, 100%. But as soon as he just said, get your justice, I was like, oh yeah, that's going down. That's definitely going down. But I don't know if I would have called that at all. The kiss! I can't believe I didn't bring up the kiss! I don't know what it means. But it seems Mom and Dad have grown closer. Did you expect that? I mean, there was, like, I just thought it was going to be, like, a loving, caring relationship. Like, you are my confidant. You are my person. You are the one that I go to when I need things. I guess that would be love, wouldn't it? I'm so happy for them both, but I'm going to be really sad here in a little bit when she passes. If she passes. May the gods smile upon her and take her cancer. or God or gods. Gods. They pray to the gods. Whichever one wants to help. Welcome. I welcome your miracles. Okay, guys. Oh, with that being said, I am emotionally exhausted and space shit overwhelmed, but I'm very, very happy. Very happy. And thanks again for the ship. I'll see ya.